Well, howdy, and welcome to Knoxville. Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don and our continued U.S. food tour series from Maine down to Texas. And today we are in the heart of East Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. That's right, this is the home of the Vols, University of Tennessee, and an absolutely beautiful city. So we're gonna go check this out and, of course, eat our way through Knoxville. So let's go and get started and get some breakfast. First spot on the list here in Knoxville is a place called Froth Monkey Cafe, and I think it's a little bit of a chain. They're throughout Alabama and Tennessee, but I was recommended this place. It looks really cool inside, very chic, really nice. I think they're open for breakfast, lunch, and I believe dinner as well. They've got a bar here so you can get cocktails, drinks. However, I'm gonna start off, instead of coffee today, something caught my eye. They've got a apple cider drink that's got like sage, cinnamon, pomegranate molasses in there. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh wow, there's a lot in that. My God. So you got the tartness of the pomegranate in there. Of course, the delicious, nice hot apple cider. You get a little bit of that cinnamon in there. Oh my God, that's probably one of the better apple ciders I've ever had. Now for breakfast, I went ahead and got myself some French toast. I know it's been a while since I've actually done French toast on this channel. I think the last time was in Greece. But anyway, we're gonna try this French toast here because it looks really, really good with some blueberries and some strawberries on top. It's kind of like a vanilla French toast with, of course, their own house-made maple syrup. Oh, fluffy. Delicious. That's a really, really good French toast. Now, what they told me, usually it comes with peaches, which of course big here in this part of like eastern part of Tennessee, of course northern part, northwestern part of Georgia. But ran out of peaches. But still, even with the berries, that's French toast. Absolutely delicious. So before leaving Frothy Monkey, we actually got a little bit of a present. You know, I got the apple cider, but the ladies, when they found out that I was actually doing a food review tour, she was like, well, you gotta try one of the coffees as well. I was like, fair enough. So they graciously let me try this one. It's called the Havana Latte. It's what they're known for. And I think they make their own special sauce with condensed milk, and it has like vanilla and like star anise in it. And I think some cinnamon as well. But I mean, number one, I always appreciate good coffee art. I'm not always the biggest coffee guy, but I appreciate the artwork on it. So let's try it. You can actually taste that cinnamon. That's actually very, very nice. And the vanilla just naturally sweetens that up with the condensed milk and stuff. That's very good latte. So downtown Knoxville, it seems, is sort of divided into about 3 different parts, which of course you have the Theater Arts District, which has Gay Street, which is kind of one of the most prominent streets, if not the most prominent street in Knoxville. And then of course you have here is the Market Square District, which is absolutely beautiful. It's like gardens and kind of like these walkways that go throughout. You have a bunch of different restaurants and bars all up and down this area. I can see why this place would be popular, particularly at nighttime. So if you're looking for food, come down to like the Market Square District, because this is just really kind of cool. It does have quite a bit of history stuff that you can kind of check out as well. But anyway, yeah, if you're looking for food, come on down to the Market District. Speaking of getting food while you're on Market Square, I might as well come and get something for lunch, and we're at a place called Myrtle's Chicken and Beer. While I'm not having a beer right now, I am having some good looking chicken, I can tell you. from the smell. Look at this platter. First off, you get 3 pieces of chicken, and then of course you got a little bit of a small little biscuit. I think it's like a cheddar biscuit. And then of course you get 2 sides. I got broccolini and of course mac and cheese. You get Southern soul food, you gotta have some mac and cheese. But first off, we're gonna try some of this chicken real quick. I love me some dark meat. Get a nice little thigh for you. I like how crispy that is. Ooh, look at that. Just a little crunch on that crispiness. Oh my God. That, first off, that skin is absolutely delicious. And the chicken, that is, it's so just like juicy and tender. Oh yeah. And it's not too salty, but it's got great seasoning in there. Finger looking good, man. That is fantastic. Now, of course, you gotta always try that mac and cheese as well. All right, look at that. They got some pepper in there as well, some black pepper, and I think maybe there's some red pepper. Yeah, I don't think that's tomatoes. Anyway, let's try it. Oh yeah, that's pepper. Like that red pepper, there's just some spice in there. That's actually really good though. That is a fantastic mac and cheese. And now I want to try this little cheese biscuit. I think you can get these as like an appetizer, but I'm just gonna try this little one that they gave me. Let's see what this is like. Oh, those are nice. It's kind of really dense. It's more dense than I thought it'd be, but you can taste a little bit of the cheddar in there. That's actually really, really good biscuit. All right, time to walk off some of that food now, and I've come down to the World Fairs Park here in Knoxville. First off, I want to say this. Walking around downtown Knoxville is probably one of the more well-kept downtowns of any city here in the U.S. that I've been to. I don't think I've actually been downtown Knoxville. If I have, it was years and years ago when I was a kid, probably on a road trip with my mom. But I didn't realize how beautiful it is. It's very well kept. The parks are fantastic. You even come down here to the World's Fair Park. Of course, Knoxville had the World's Fair back in 1982, and you have the iconic Sun Spear right behind me. It's actually temporarily closed right now, but I do believe you can come here most of the time and actually go up and get some panoramic views of the city. Unfortunately, such is my life when I travel during the off season. It's always when the construction happens. But even still, coming down here along the World's Fair Park, you got the pond here, just absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, this city, one of the cleanest I've ever seen. Absolutely well done, Knoxville. Speaking of being at World's Fair Park, and you know, the fact that Knoxville had 1982 World's Fair, I think the last World's Fair in the United States was 1984 in New Orleans, which means it's been a heck of a long, it's been, what, 40 years as of filming this, that there has not been a World's Fair in the US, and I wonder why that is. I'm not sure what kind of regulations have changed and things like that as to why. I looked it up and to see when the next World's Fair is, and I think that's in 2025, upcoming in Osaka, Japan. And apparently they never do it year after year anymore. Maybe that's just cost stuff. It's not cost effective anymore, but even still, it'd be kind of fun to have a World's Fair come back to the US. So let's get on that, shall we? I want to kind of see that, because it's like, I know when you look at US history and all these places that used to have World's Fairs, and it was kind of like the center of like scientific technology upgrades and stuff like that. I want to see that come back, you know? That'd be kind of really cool. But either way, beautiful park. Another thing of note when you're walking around Knoxville is all of the street art, particularly the murals along the walls. You saw at the very beginning that Knoxville mural, which is really cool. That's on the north side. Then you have here near UT and the World Park is, of course, the Weaving Rainbow Mountain. So it's just a staircase about 43 feet long, but still really kind of cool. And like I said, the art around the entire city is just fantastic. Okay, so we're back downtown on Gay Street, literally
right across the street from Frothy Monkey, where we started this for breakfast. And it's actually been rather warm today, particularly being for November. It's really weird. But today I needed, you know, after that long walk, what you need a little nice ice cold ice cream, or in my case, a root beer float. And that's where we're here at Phoenix Pharmacy. And this is kind of one of those old ice cream parlor slash pharmacy places from like the early 1900s to like the 1950s and stuff like that. It's actually really kind of cool. The red brick building that it has for the interior is phenomenal. It has that old kind of style feel. And of course, you got fresh ice cream in root beer. So, oh, that root beer is fantastic with the ice cream there. And then of course, let's just try some of the vanilla bean ice cream by itself. Oh, you got a warm day in Knoxville, this will pick you right up. I've seen some of like the sizes of their sundaes too, really impressive. I couldn't do all of that right now by myself, particularly since I got more places to eat, but nice root beer float, this is the way to go. So just like Market Square downtown, on the north side of downtown here is Old City, and this is kind of like a neighborhood that was built up from the 1870s to the 1930s, and you got all these red brick buildings, really kind of cool. There's a couple of spots we're going to check while we're down here, and first off is a brewery. Okay, so for the beer, this is a unique place because it's called Pretentious Beer Company. It's actually originally a glass making company that has added into the brewery part. So we're gonna go in and grab a beer, and then we're gonna go kind of watch them make some glass, because it's, I did a little sneak peek before this, it was really cool. I'm gonna say it. This is probably one of the cooler breweries I've ever been to. Not just including the fact that they do their own glass blowing, so that they create their own glasses. As you can see, it's all very unique, and they make it in-house, where it's not just the beer they make in-house, but they make the glass for the beer in-house, which is fantastic. But the brewery side of it is kind of swanky. It's got kind of like a 70s kind of hipster, like hippie vibe. Really kind of cool. You have like this back patio here, which is really nice on nice days like this to sit out. I got myself their Tennessee Gold Lager, which is actually kind of amberish, and it's not clear, so we're gonna try this. This is interesting. That's actually very nice. It's a little bit of a heavier lager, somewhat malty, but I like it. Being an amber ale kind of guy, you know, it's hard to find amber ales nowadays, but this is a nice lager. I think that could kind of sate that taste without actually being an actual amber ale. But anyway, yeah, this is great beer. So like I said, you can come over here back to the glass blowing section and just drink your beer and watch them work. It's actually really kind of, you actually do need the beer while you're here because it is rather hot in here. But it's so cool to just watch them do what they're doing while also just sipping beer with the glass that just got made. Cheers. Now, if beer is not your thing, you want to come up the street here in Old Town to a place called Jig and Reel, and this is kind of like an Irish, Scottish pub-style pub. I think they do live music later at nighttime, but honestly, just come in here. It is a beautiful pub. One of the probably most gorgeous pubs when you think of just a traditional pub that I've seen, even when you go to Scotland or Ireland. It's just so cozy, so gorgeous, and they have like a selection of like over 1,000 different whiskeys, including, you know, a few hundred, if not several hundred scotches. Like, their list of scotches is impressive. So if you're not into beer, you'll want a Scotch whiskey. Cheers to you. The 15-year Glenmorangie. I haven't had Glenmorangie since I went to the distillery in Elgin, Scotland years ago, and I've been looking for it. It's very hard to find in the United States. But the fact that they have it here, this one's the Cabernet cask. The last time I think I had one was Sherry Oak, but even still, this is a fantastic whiskey. Yeah, looking for a whiskey? Jig and Reel. Alright, so for the last spot that we're going to, every place I've gone today, I've asked people what's kind of like the best spot to come to in town. And a majority of like the people that have served me here in Knoxville so far, when they said, if you're looking for pizza at least, a Dopo pizza on the north side, just north of the I-40, just basically right past the underpass, is the best spot when it comes to pizza, and probably some of the best food you'll find here in downtown Knoxville. So we're here at a Dopo's Pizza. Honestly, I got here like 15 minutes before they opened, and they already had a small line, and it just filled up behind me. Like, if you look behind me, most of the restaurant is already full when they opened at 5 o'clock. So I would recommend trying to get a reservation here. I didn't, but they put baby in the corner. I'm basically putting the corner on a little shelf. So, but anyway, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, a little Barbaridosity for you guys. Good wine. And we're waiting for our wood-fired oven pizza. They got the oven over there. It's hot, it's cooking. I am so excited for this. So their pizzas are basically made from their own house-made sourdough bread. And so I asked them if I could get like a little appetizer of sourdough bread, maybe a little bit of olive oil to try the bread itself before I get the pizza. So here is their bread. Just try a little bit of that with some delicious olive oil. Oh, this bread is top-notch. Are you kidding me? Inside fluffy and crispy on the outside. That's amazing sourdough bread. And actually, they've got some good level olive oil as well on that, because you can feel the acidity go down. That's what I learned when I was in Greece, was if you can feel the acidity burn go down, that means it's pretty close to pure olive oil. Minimum 80%, but that's some damn good sourdough. I'm actually looking forward to this pizza now. All right, so I've got my pizza. So this is a sourdough baked crust. With the one I got was a white sauce with a little bit of olive oil. And I think it's like 16-month aged prosciutto that they got on there, plus mozzarella, and of course that mound of arugula, as you can see. I mean, good God, look at that. But we're gonna go ahead and pull off a piece of this pizza real quick, because this looks absolutely fantastic. Throw a little bit of arugula on that first bite for you there and go. Oh, wow. Oh, there was some lemon on there. So I think they do a little lemon juice or lemon zest. Either way, it's just very tiny, but you have like a little bit of that lemon flavor on there, along with the aged prosciutto, which is fantastic. The cheese, the white sauce, oh my God. This is actually a really, really good pizza. Alright guys, so we are back on Market Square. It is starting to get pumping here tonight. However, I do have a football game to go to for my younger cousin, so I'm going to be cutting it early tonight. However, I hope you guys enjoy the Knoxville nightlife, and if you guys do, send me some pictures. Make me jealous, because I was not able to do it on this particular trip. It'll have to wait until next time. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed all the food places that we went to, or the drink places we went to. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And of course, if you like the video, give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to that channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when any of the new videos come out. And I'll see you guys on the next food tour. Until we meet again, peace out. Have a great night.